Sorry. That feels good.
Yeah, I think it's in the right spot. The problem is that you ripped the ligament.
Right, okay.
That's the problem. See, now it's exactly in the right spot.
Is it?
Yep, now it's perfect.
Okay.
But the problem is that,
up here.
yeah,
Feel that hot.
yeah, the ligament is ripped.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if you can. Who do you remember the guy who put it back in for you? You don't remember? Do you remember when you were young?
Don't remember meeting him.
Do you remember when you were young?
Yeah.
Where'd you go to high school?
Spokane, Washington.
And you remember that part of your life?
Yeah.
Where do you not remember?
From about a month ago in
Okay.
Florida. Yeah. Yeah, and coming back here on an airplane.
Where do you live at?
I'm staying at her place, her and her husband's place, and I live out in Lemon Valley.
And how long have you lived in Lemon Valley?
2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
You remember living out there?
Yeah.
I remember all that. Just you were in Florida. Do you know why?
For a month for the Republican National Convention.
All right, and then what happened to Ron Paul? Why didn't you do your job here?
I know, man. I know.
I heard those guys did some evil deeds.
Look, we got
Yeah.
shafted.
Yes,
They
that
stole
was
us from
really
us.
bad.
Yeah.
That was
They changed the
uncalled
rules in the middle
for.
of the
Yeah,
game.
that's
all kinds
really
of stuff.
bad.
Yeah.
That's devious. That's
Yeah.
the stuff.
Thank you.
Cheaters.
Yeah.
Cheaters.
Maybe so.
He was fighting for our country there.
She's Ron Paul.
Well, anybody who's a patriot is.
Yeah, there you go, man.
If you're a patriot, then of course you're gonna use the only option.
It's all about freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't realize that McCarthy was right.
Yeah. There you go.
How you doing?
Hey, Blake. How you doing, Dan?
Great, man.
Yeah, I feel great. This is my friend Dan.
How you doing? Dr. Nagler, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting the check off on him.
Are we doing a video here?
What are
Yeah,
you doing?
absolutely. A Ron Paul video.
Ron Paul.
Yeah. So I think that's the story. What do you want to do about this? This is probably going to give you trouble for a long time.
Yeah. What do you recommend? If this was on you, what would you do?
Cut it off.
Well, I think you got to let it heal first,
Yeah.
and then you may have. I mean, the guy put a lot of screws in there.
Did he? That's what I heard. Like 14 or I don't know.
Yeah. So usually they have one screw per piece.
Okay.
So that means that you got a pretty bad break.
Really?
That's typically how it is. So probably what they call a comminuted fracture.
Okay.
It has numerous pieces in there, so he tried to put them all in. And as a result, right, part of the repair was it tore the rotator cuff, which is why it doesn't look right.
Yeah, they said there was 4 breaks.
Yeah, and so the thing is, maybe he can, after it heals, maybe he can go back in and get it in the right spot. But I don't think it's really out of place. It's just you have a bad injury.
Swollen.
Right, and it's not quite in the right place, but that's where it's supposed to be. But the problem is all those, the rotator cuff and all those ligaments are torn.
Close that you're going to get it at the head.
Well, at this point, with time, things can change because the reason, once it heals up, then you may be able to go in there and modify it again, get it closer.
Right.
Well, are you right-handed or left-handed?
Left-handed. Yeah.
That's brown.
Yeah.
And so, what kind of work do you do?
I'm retired.
Okay.
I ride a Harley.
All right.
Yeah.
And so,
Fights for Ron Paul.
Yeah.
you have most people have hobbies or something.
Yeah, I like to shoot guns and ride Harleys and
Okay.
politic. Campaign
Productive
for Ron
stuff.
Paul.
Yeah.
Sketch a Ron Paul guy. Sketch a Ron Paul guy.
Anybody
Right,
that,
really?
anybody that reads.
A lot of
is-
right.
If you know how to read, you're gonna vote for it.
Yeah, there you go, man.
If you don't know how to read,
Exactly.
you may fall for communism.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it sounds so good.
Yeah. Oh,
If you got someone talking good.
yeah. This is really sore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
His elbow was black. I mean, it was just really,
Let's see.
his whole arm was just,
It's still in the right spot. If you
Yeah.
banged it, but good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is we're not. Do you have like a brace or anything?
I've got a foam brace that I can take.
No,
or-
no.
Where's
You-
that?
He needs something.
Yeah, we'll show it to you before we're out.
Okay,
I'll go grab it.
what they like to do is this, is whenever you have a humeral head injury, they like you to keep gravity on it, because when it heals, it'll heal pretty close to where it should be.
Oh, really?
Right, so
Okay.
that's, even though it feels weird,
Right.
you know, that's, to get your best outcome, you gotta have the weight on it. So,
Okay.
believe it or not, they'll usually cast down here, even though it's broke up here.
Really?
Just to put the weight on
Is
it.
that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because they got the weight, but you don't need it, but you have to, you can't be lifting this up or doing something like that, because it won't heal right.
Right, right.
You gotta have it hanging.
Yeah.
It's okay to have an arm sling, but
Okay.
you don't want this up high.
Okay.
You want this to hang.
Okay.
Because that's what gives you the good healing.
Okay. Cool. Okay. All right.
You know, so it's a problem. And so, have you talked to an orthopedic surgeon?
Not yet.
Maybe that'd be a good idea. A guy that specializes in shoulders. Are you allergic to anything?
Pain. No, I'm really not.
What'd they give you for pain?
What's that stuff called?
Norco, it's hydrocodone.
Yeah. That stuff just kicks my butt, man. I can hardly keep my eyes open.
Yeah.
Yeah. That on some high blood pressure medication is like low.
The Tylenol.
Okay.
Tylenol.
Yeah. Can't stay awake.
How come he gave you the Tylenol? Were you on a Tylenol before? Were you on any medicine before? Nothing.
No, nothing. Vitamins.
So they put you on a Tylenol down in Florida.
Yeah.
I put them on propranolol.
Propranolol.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And they
switched them.
changed it to a Tylenol when he got here. Dr. Devlin, Dr. Barnett.